missing you, your mama and your cousin too.
Hey folks, Coach Simmons here. Hopefully the volume's better on this one here than it usually is. Give me a like, share, and subscribe, please. I'm trying to change the algorithm real quick about YouTube. What I want to talk to you today is about the hot seats. And the biggest hot seat I see out there in the SWAC is Texas Southern University. Now, we all know the news that Coach Herm Edwards and Marvin Lewis and the boys will let go of Arizona State. We also know the news that Mike Vick wants to be a coach. And I believe Coach Prime is trying to recruit him to coach in the HBCU. I'm not sure if he's coaching in the SWAC or whatever, but he's trying to recruit him to be a coach. And I'm thinking of the biggest market in the SWAC, the biggest conundrum in the SWAC, the biggest area that should not be as bad as it is Texas Southern University. Now, I know you're going to say, well, hey, they won yesterday. True, they did win. But Texas Southern University should be a hell of a lot more advanced than they are right now. I'm not talking about just the football team. I'm talking about the Department of Athletics. The history of TSU off the field equals some of the big colleges in the region. They are the perennial basketball power in the SWAC. Let's be honest, the SWAC basketball tournament is the Texas Southern Invitational. But football, for one, they're playing in the soccer stadium, off campus. Yes, they're updating the locker rooms. I get all that, so I'm not jumping on that. But the one thing I've noticed, TSU needs to do a better job of recruiting. Much better job of recruiting. The football talent in the Houston area is so deep. It's one of the deepest recruiting areas in the country. I'm not sure TSU understands how to get the recruits in Houston, or they even trust they can get the recruits in Houston. If they went ahead and did the Campbell situation and went after a bunch of 3-star recruits, they would run the SWAC. I know Jackson's on top, but if TSU can just recruit Houston heavily, in 2 years, when Andrew Body decides to leave, that last year, TSU would be a problem. So, what does that come down to? That comes down to me thinking about coaching. Coaching. We remember the off season. Every time you got on YouTube, somebody was talking about the next best thing that signed up to play at the HBCU. Everybody did. This 4-star, 5-star, 7-star, 8-star are signing to play. Now the season's here, and those players, if they were so good, what's the problem? Coaching. Everybody in Texas understands Texas Southern University is that sleeping giant. Everybody knows that. University of Houston is terrified that Texas Southern will wake up and start recruiting players. Best way they can recruit players, they have the best advertisement right now with Andrew Body. Promote him. Use his celebrity in the city. Get more players. But back to the topic, the hot seat. I really do believe if they can go ahead and get a Herm Edwards, a Mike Vick, or a Marvin Lewis, Texas Southern will start to take over. I never want to say a coach, a black man lose his job, but you need a coach that's more dynamic and one that thinks outside of the SWAC. One of the problems that he has, he thinks in terms of SWAC. No disrespect to the SWAC, but you got to think bigger. Think about dominating FCS. Think about being a Power 5 on an FCS level. It's Coach Simmons. I'm out, man. It's too hot.